The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show.
Podical Sons.
I couldn't even keep a fucking straight face. Folks at home, we were talking about G.I. Joe before. And the Cobra.
That was the Cobra yelp.
Yo, the Cobra. Yeah, how do you run on a battlefield like that? Cobra. Yo, that was the shit though, man. Back then, G.I. Joe slapped.
G.I. Joe slapped.
G.I. Joe slapped.
Yo, I would, bro. There was, you'd play like games after school, hang out and play.
With your friends?
Nah, bro. You know, at 4:00,
was
you had
Joe
to be
time?
home. You had to be home to catch G.I. Joe.
Oh,
bro.
word.
Yeah, you had to be home to catch G.I. And that's what I'm saying, because like, when they had the whole series part,
Yeah.
it's like you would talk about it at school, and then you're like, yo, man,
Part 2 is coming out today.
Yeah, I gotta go home. It's almost time. You reach home. Oh, I was glad when I got the second TV came in the household.
Oh,
Yeah, bro, because it was a competition between G.I. Joe and Young and the Restless, bro.
you can't win.
I can't win.
You can't win.
Can't
Young
win.
and Restless. YNR is forever.
That's
YNR is forever. Victor Newman been looking like that age for the past 50 years, right? He been looking like that.
He's holding on, man.
YNR can't die.
YNR, I love that soap opera because you can go from a pool boy.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, you can go from a pool boy
To an
the
exec.
CEO of a major corporation. Where else and where in life can you see that happening, bro?
Yo, not no more in today's times, unless you blackmailing some people.
Unless you blackmail.
You got to slang some heavy dick and blackmail.
Yeah.
I don't even think a man can do it now in today's time. You think so? I think a woman can do it.
A woman could probably do it in today's time.
A woman can do it, because Lil Kim's words like "bitches suck cock to get to the top." That's true and firm. Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of like, she put the dick in her mouth and she popped the dick out like, I'll tell him you sexual harass me. Pop the dick right back in her mouth and stuff, whatever. Be like, what do you want?
What do you
I gotta
need?
listen to demands. I need a corner office, and then bit by bit, start etching her way up, whatever.
Your way up.
I know a woman, a nurse.
Yeah. Slapped her way to the top.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Wow.
And then when they came to set person, to
Right.
set manager,
Right.
the illest thing and stuff is that she pawned it off like she had he took full advantage of her and everything like that. So you see my man and stuff with her. He's part of the Mighty Midget Mafia. He's a little dude, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say like she likes Suh, and then he likes Suh.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him like, you're only fucking him because he got power.
Yo, of course.
I'm like, we know this. I'm not hating, whatever.
Do you? Do you?
But then, like, when the shit hits the fam and stuff, he coerced me to suck his penis. I was like, whoa. Where's that energy when you getting free vacays and shit?
He made me touch it. Oh.
I was like, yo, you're a nurse. You touched mad dicks before. Relax yourself. This one just functioning.
Speaking of that was wild when you post the dude, that guy hit the one in the dome.
Oh.
And it was in a coma and woke up with
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
that, because that was dude, how long did he say he was on for?
32 months.
32 months.
Okay,
32
so all
months.
right, before we start, like, comment, subscribe. Welcome. First at home.
Welcome.
First timers, second timers, third timers, the regular deglers. We love you. We appreciate you. You know where to find us. PodicalSons.com. Search us on any of your podcast listening platforms, and YouTube, of course.
And send your questions anywhere.
Don't hesitate. We're on the Twit, we're on the Gram, we're on Facebook. Send the questions, keep them coming. Ask the Sons, we love them. Now.
Right.
So my man said he was flossing, he was flexing and stuff. He's out here flexing and stuff with some chicks and everything. He's showing cash and stuff like that.
Right.
She making a little 1-2 posts and stuff for like, I only fuck with rich niggas.
Right.
So it's not only with him flexing on her, but she's showcasing it and stuff, whatever too. And in her case, she's showing off like the whereabouts and stuff of like where she going or where she is. So this is what gives like the ops where the ETA where he might be
Right.
or which way and all the above.
Okay. That part I was trying to figure out. Because when he was talking, I wasn't sure if
She set him up fully.
if she set him up or if it was just she was just doing her thing and they caught wind of it. And
They caught wind.
Okay.
They caught wind of all that, whatever. So my man, he had the light.
Yeah.
He pull up at the light and stuff like that. And he said he just heard like the sunroof glass like shatter. And he's looking like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then she got down and she's all super ducked down and stuff in the like by the foot area.
Right,
on the passenger side. And he's looking at her like, what's wrong with you? She's like, yo, you're bleeding from your head. So like that's when he realized he's bleeding.
Yeah, when he said he put the fingers.
He put his fingers in his
Yeah.
own bullet hole and stuff. He's like, damn. And he said not to make it worse. It's like this shit had more twist than M. Night Shyamalan movie. So the man said like, what made matters worse though, he's looking around, he's like, damn, he see the blood running down and stuff on his neck and everything. So he really got his fingers there.
Yeah.
The person who shot him opened up the door and just damn donkey punched him and knocked him out cold. So that's the reason why he was in the coma.
Right.
He's in a coma for about 32 months and he's looking like, you know, he had to kind of start from scratch again and realize he woke up that he had a baby. And he's like, fuck you, wake up to a baby. I'm like, oh, you must have had something going. And then like you woke up to like an almost 2-year-old.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what you were thinking.
I'm thinking of stuff. I'm like, yo, you woke up to almost 3-year-old and stuff for them. Come like 32 months.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you had something in the oven. This is your other side
So you
chick
got a 9-month-old
and everything.
baby.
Yeah. I'm like, he's like, you got a full like under a year or about a year old baby.
Yeah.
I'm looking like, nigga, you asleep. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, more than what is a real thing. So I was like,
It's a real damn thing, bro.
I was like, how can we not talk about the cancellation of that nurse? Like, yo, remember the patient, remember the woman patient from the Phoenix clinic where the Christian rapper dude got her pregnant and her family kept the baby and everything like that?
Yes.
That dude was indicted ASAP.
Instantly.
ASAP.
Yeah.
That fast.
Yeah.
We ain't hear shit about this nurse, you know. This is a woman's world. Like, you know, like, I don't know. Wrong is wrong.
I was like, yeah, you raped that nigga.
You got raped.
You got raped.
You got
bro.
raped, my man. I'm
You
like,
got
I want
raped.
to know what she looked like and all the above. Because she might be looking like, oh, he cute. Let me just watch his crotch area. Damn, he got a big ass dick. And then she probably just lost
Yeah.
shit. She's probably just like,
Look around, look over her shoulder. Let me
get a little jerk.
Just climb up on this bed.
She gave a little jerk and stuff. And then rode to the couch, came home. I was like, yo, because I'm like, what dreams is a real thing? So I'm like, yo, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was a different type of story for my.
I was amazed first of all that he survived all of that shit. But when he said he woke up to like a 9-month-old baby, I was like, bruh.
I was just trying to look at him like, where's the story going? I'm like, all right, cool. Shit, you got shot. I'm glad you alive to tell the tale.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? Damn, he punched you in your mouth too? He knocked you out. Shit, what did you do? What did you really do? That they wanted you
man.
dead.
Lost,
so I was
man.
like, yikes. Then you
I wonder
wake
how much
up.
money they took him for.
Yo,
Because he said he's like he was going nuts. He said he just had paper.
he had paper on him and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to say minimum. If you're gonna do all of that, minimum has to be like, I want to say minimum like 2 G's.
Minimum
2 G's.
Minimum. And the way how we see these guys floss on the gram, it could have easily been 20.
Yeah.
It could have easily been 20.
Money stacks in the money line.
Right, yeah.
When you put the money like, that's enough to rob somebody for. Like, if you see somebody on the gram like this, with a pile of money like this, shit.
Yeah.
A stack of money. Like,
That you're looking at it and you're looking on the outsides, you see the hundreds, it's just like hundreds, and you're like, okay.
we gotta get this dude.
Yeah.
Because I seen another video on like probably must have been World Star or the Gram or some shit like that, where the dude, he's in his car, parked up, and he got his window cracked, so he's smoking, and he out there just like flossing off the money, and one dude just stuck there, run it! But hey, come on, man, this is all I got. Let it go. Should have been flossing it. Like, yo, he just took the man for the money. He got robbed on his own live.
On his live.
On his own live.
I see that one.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pray for you, my man.
Listen, man, flossing ain't all what it's all about.
I mean,
you gotta be careful when you do it.
So you know what the thing and stuff is that I want to say, yes, all the races are notorious with it.
Yeah.
But I want to say, I think you have a good portion of black people that are without.
Right.
So then you got the haves and the have-nots. So when it comes to like, yo, you got it, I don't. And all that separate me and stuff is like a weapon, some sense of courage, and some speed to get away to take what you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's it.
So it's like, yo, you make it, we'll take it. And then these things happen and everything. And it just happens. I find that it happens like a lot more on our side because I want to say, like, you hear Givenchy, you hear Balmain, you hear like high fashion type of stuff, whatever. Right. You're from any type of world and stuff, whatever. You're like, I don't know what that is and stuff, but you want to start putting price and stuff on like how much this thing worth.
Yeah.
Yo, it's the probability is gonna hike up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're a regular degler, you're wearing like custom shirts and everything like that, whatever. And they don't know who the hell. They ain't gonna look at you, and you probably have 50 racks on you. And this dude probably got three G's on him.
Yeah.
And he's just in like Gucci this or Fendi that, and then yo, get it, run it, run it,
bro.
Run it. I don't know. You gotta
I'll be on some Bill Gates dressing. some cardigans and
I've been there.
you see it?
I've been there. The most expensive thing on me is probably my kicks.
That's
I
it.
tell everybody.
That's it.
My kicks is the most expensive thing on me. Whatever. Jeans. What? Why? They fit good and look nice.
Yeah.
On that camera angle, it look kind of thick. Little slim thick.
There's something to say about certain clothes and quality. Because I was even saying that the other day. The polo tracksuit that I just bought, right? And I was like, I washed it, dried it, and I was like, oh, this shit is still
100% intact.
100% intact, no shrinkage, no nothing. I was like, certain things you pay, you're just paying for the quality.
Absolutely.
Other things you're just paying for the name. You're paying for the name straight up.
You know what? I think it might be the, I guess miser portion in me. I look at that stuff as that. If I'm gonna buy clothes,
right,
I have to get that many days out of it.
Oh yeah.
I want to say when it comes to kicks or shoes, I look and say how many miles I can get out of these things.
Okay.
Because I'm at a level now, older now. Like I like comfort.
Yeah.
I'm about comfort and stuff like that, right? And I want to say like I work in a setting where I can't really wear clothes like this,
right,
like that. I have to business casual, business professional type of thing. So. On my off time, when I get to, I'm like, whoo, show it to me.
It.
I love it.
That's it.
I don't want it basic.
Yeah.
If I could go to work like this, trust, I could. Don't know if they might take me serious to a degree. Don't know if they might allow me to come through, but I just operate within the means. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. Because I feel like eventually most people are getting it. Like, I want to say, like, especially within the black community, I feel like most people are getting it and they're kind of supporting their own, and they know like if they buy a shirt from Smooth, it'll be 40 compared to if I go to Givenchy, it might be 900. Yeah. Now you still might have the ones that's chasing the high thing and stuff, because like I feel like stuff like OVO clothing and stuff is, to me, I feel like the look is standard. Right. But the price is up.
Yeah. Like 100 Miles is like that too.
What's 100 Miles?
It's a Canadian clothing company.
Okay.
But it's like their whole thing is they're positioned high end, but it's street gear. I mean, it's like when I look at it, it's like I see street gear, but like you could easily like, okay, you see that 416 bomber jacket?
Yeah.
I paid maybe somewhere between a bill 20, a bill 30 for that.
Yeah.
100 Miles got a jacket similar to that, $4.99.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's still streetwear, but it's more positioned as a higher end type streetwear.
Gotcha. All right, man. Let's get to these polls. I like the random shit we always come in the fucking beginning. People are like, what? Lesson? Yo. First poll, would you rather go 50-50 with a partner or 100% by yourself? And 75% said 50-50. Where do you sit with that? First and foremost, I kept it vague.
Right.
I kept it vague. I let the reader, interpret it in what format they wanted to.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people took it as like, yeah, I'd rather do bad all by my damn self. And some people look like, nah, this shit hard out here, man. Like, yo, like, we need a team. Let us, connect like Voltron.
Yeah, I think. See it, and the reason why it's hard for me to say a definite yay to one and a definite no to the other is that I would prefer partnership, right? But then it's also got to depend on the partner, right? It's like
very true.
Yeah, you can do bad all by yourself if your partner's not a person that's gonna hold their end. They could be dragging you down more than uplifting you, right?
Yeah,
so it's
hurting
like
you instead of helping you.
Exactly. Man. But if you got a solid partner to help ease some of that load, take some of that burden, you guys know the ups and downs, and you're willing to share that, then I think success is much more easier because two heads is better than one.
That's my thing. My thing is that when the question came to me, right? Like when I thought about the question and stuff like that, I was looking at where I feel like social media itself has everybody, I said it before, like everybody has this false sense of kind of security. It like overhypes them and stuff for nothing. Like I know a lot of people, they just want to join the rat race. Yeah. Or just say some things because everybody else is saying something and doing something. Yes. Right? Like I've witnessed, like even like within this past week, I witnessed somebody and stuff I know. One of their people's, their life is going. Right. They got shit. And I think they're just in like in a down spell where like, relationship woes and stuff like that. Yeah. But they're busy doing
otherwise
shit.
Than that.
They clocking. They winning. Yeah. They winning whatever, right? So I'm looking at them like, okay. And the other person and stuff, whatever, just try to make themselves seem like they're winning. Right. Right. But I'm looking at them like, I know this person's story. I'm like, nigga, I know your story. You ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing, whatever. I'm like, you know what, Marv? You're being an asshole because I was told earlier this week that I'm an asshole. You're an asshole? Yeah, I'm a certified asshole.
I'd have to hear that story. I didn't know.
I tell you that story. I tell you the story. I share the story to the world. Okay. So I'm looking, I was like, what do you got going on with you and stuff like that? And I was like, nah, you don't really have anything going on with you. No. So you just want to overhype yourself and see, like, be like, so be like, Smooth, what's going on with you? Smooth, like, well, I got this, I got that, I got a podcast, I got this podcast, I got this, I'm producing, I'm managing this, and boom, 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 boom. And then like, to be like, what are you doing, Marv? Yo, I'm busy. I stay working. Be like, yo, what are you working on? I'm here, there, everywhere, man. Like, yo, like Paris to Milan.
It's like, I was watching, I think it was House Hunters. Yeah. And the dude,
I don't like that show, by the way.
You don't like that show?
Because the people like, here's Julie, who just watches butterflies. And then here's Mike, who's a kangaroo counter. And their budget is $2 million for a house. Where the fuck they get the money from, Smooth?
I don't know clue. But anyway, Todd was saying to the husband, they walked in the kitchen, and the husband, oh, this is a nice kitchen. So Todd goes, oh, you do all the cooking? And he's like, something like that, right? So I was like, okay, first of all, that answer doesn't sound like a cook answer, right? Yeah. So Todd's like, what do you like to cook? He's like, oh, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm like, you don't cook. You don't cook shit.
You don't cook shit. You don't cook. We don't cook talk like that. Whatever.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Whatever.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a prime example.
Prime example, man.
Prime example.
Look, man, I just look at it stuff as like, know your limit and play within it. And if you are not that type of person, then maybe 100% might not be your route. You might need the motivation and stuff for it because it's kind of like, yeah, okay, if you look at like our thing, if you have your resume stacked like that, and my resume probably just has, I don't know, let's Dunkin' Donuts worker, right? That's the only thing on my resume compared to you work a full-time job and then you have all these other things that would be like, maybe if I shimmy myself and attach myself to something over here, then I might get the ball going on something with it. But a lot of times, I just see people, I see a lot of starters and I see no finish. I see no completion. I see no follow through. I said that last week, but actions speak louder than words. Like, yo, don't talk about it, be about it. And people just freeze up.
And it's so funny. I don't know if I'm an ass for doing this.
Oh yeah, so you're an asshole too. Go ahead.
But I always like that. I always like to go to that person and be like, So how's so and so going on? Like, what's going on? Because I know that you stopped.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? In my head, I know that you stopped.
So I'm an asshole too.
I
do that. I did that
It's an asshole
to
thing.
that person.
Is it an asshole thing?
I think
or is it just you saying, "Hey, bro, get your act together"?
Petty Wop, baby, won't you come my way? I do that shit. I do that shit all the time because my thing and stuff is that, all right, you see me,
Right.
you see me, you don't know me and stuff like that, or you know of me.
Yeah.
Automatic. Somebody said this to me, like, yo, I haven't seen you in a minute. I ran into somebody I haven't seen like since 2020.
Yeah.
Right? Some part in COVID and somebody seen them in the summer. I haven't seen you in a minute. Podcast is going. My podcast is great.
Yeah.
Podcast is great. We out here. We doing our ones and twos. How many episodes y'all got now? Y'all about like close to 100. I'm like, nah, we 100 miles and running. We passed that. We passed the 150 mark. They're like, damn.
Yeah.
For real, I got to play catch up. That's all on you. You can roll with us or get rolled over. That's my thing.
Simple.
I'm not here to force you to do nothing, whatever. Shout out to the Lithuanian listeners, to the Irish listeners from Ireland. Shout out to the listeners across the world.
Listen,
like,
man,
I appreciate you. I don't know
shout
you,
it out.
but I appreciate you.
Shout it out.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't need no disrespect. Like, I would like for you to listen to the content, but I can't force you to listen to it. I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm not a rapist.
Listen, man, if we were waiting for you to listen to this content, we would have been
Done.
by now. This obviously it's not you that's
It's not
keeping us
you.
going. It's not you.
It's
that's
not
keeping
you.
us going. Don't worry about it.
It's not you. But
if you tune in,
but they always want the sauce. And this conversation before. They're like, yo, so what are you guys talking about this week? Well, maybe if you tune in on Tuesday, you can hear what we talk about this week. But now you hear stuff, and I'm like, and
Yeah.
what am I gonna provide for you to keep coming to come to our place for the source?
But not only that, like, okay, yeah, I'm here.
Right.
But you're asking me something about my job that I'm not doing right now.
This is true.
It's like, you want to know what I'm talking about or what I'm going to talk about, then you're going to have to tune into the show. I'm not working right now. This is like, I'm here just like you. We chilling.
Tune in.
Tune in.
You know when it kills me when people are like, yo, I feel like, yo, you need a sitcom, you need a stand-up thing, or you need to tell people, like, you tell your people's story and everything. Like, I'm like, what the fuck you think I do on the podcast? Do you listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
If you listen to the podcast, then you're not foreign. You're not, nothing's foreign to you.
Nothing.
If you don't, then, I mean, yeah, have all the kind of things and stuff in your head, have all the ideas, but I feel like you're not a doer. If you were a doer, you'd be like, yo, you doing your own thing, congrats, keep it pushing. That's your realm, this is my realm, the end. If you ain't doing shit, you'd be like, hey, can I attach myself to one of your things? Like, I just, just a little bit. Like, can I get you a cup of water meanwhile you're doing this recording?
Just a little bit.
Can I fan you and make sure you don't get the shine on your forehead? Like, I just want to do a thing. I just want to help.
You know what? If you serve a purpose, you serve a purpose. If it's a purpose that I might need, I mean, it's a purpose I might need.
No, I see it, man. I prefer 50-50, you're right, with the partnership. It depends on the person and stuff. Absolutely. I've been in businesses and stuff in the past where they helped me get to this mark.
Yeah.
Let me say that. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that.
For sure.
And it helped me get to this mark. It helped me understand a lot of things of work ethic. I was just doing things.
Yeah.
And I really grasped the concept of stuff like that. And then when I realized that, my work ethic is kind of greater than the average.
Right.
And much less, I'm not really focused on the average. I'm focused on with my business partners at the time.
Right.
So if I have to tell you to click your heels and stuff for them more than once, I look at the stuff, I'm starting to have a problem.
Yeah.
Because you should want it like I want it, because this is a partnership where if one get rich, we both get rich.
Well,
we both come up.
There should be no telling of anything. We should be able to come up and be like, okay, this is accomplished. I took care of this, that, and the third.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I took care of this, that, and the third.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
what are we focusing on next? Then we get our duties and we go back and we take care of business.
Right.
But again,
partnership is the
partnership, and it goes back to what you were saying also earlier. Yeah, I may have this amount of stuff that I be doing, and you may only have this amount of stuff that you're doing. But within that amount of stuff that you're doing, if there's something that benefits the both of us, and then we can utilize the both of it, then it's a win. Because my pile of stuff over here, I may only need this much, to focus on whatever we're doing, right?
success.
And that might just match the amount that you have.
Yeah, it's like that the Facebook thing. I think with the dude who did Napster
Right.
at first.
Yeah.
He wasn't behind the coding of Facebook.
No. Yeah.
No, he just had the ideas, the links, and everything, and it got him extra successful.
Yeah.
He was successful at Napster, but the lawsuits kind of came after him.
Right.
But after that, once he got Gucci and stuff with his Facebook world, he was good to go. So I mean, like, yeah, you might just need that one piece stuff to kind of make the whole thing kind of click boom. But in any case, you got to be willing to hold your part.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times and stuff, people, like with the social media thing I was saying and stuff, like a lot of social media is hyping everybody up to be solo. Like to me, I feel like I told you that before. I'm like, when I see social media and stuff, you gotta specifically hunt for like people working together, married couples and everything like that. Cause hot girl summer, like city boy summer, like this is like solo shit. Like, yo, I could do bad by myself. And people don't like you. Fuck them. Keep it pushing. I'm like, this is not motivation. This is like some fighting words right here. And I'm looking at them like, yeah, I understand some people might, get you feeling a type of way, but we need people. We need each other.
Of course, we do need.
We need each other. If you make a business, you're gonna need customers.
You're gonna need customers.
So that's the thing. I'm just looking at everything is where I was like, damn. Hopefully, to the 75% that said partnership.
Yeah.
Hopefully, may your partners be blessful and fruitful and hold up their end of the bargaining.
And please don't go into a partnership if you know you're not ready.
Yes.
Don't do that, because now the other person's depending on you pulling your weight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not prepared to do that, then don't put that person in a hole.
Yeah, no, I remember you. I think I learned that from you when you were saying the stuff like if you had the luxury of time.
Yeah.
If you had the luxury of time and stuff, then you would offer help. And if you don't, then you're like, nah, look, this is beyond me. I don't got the time.
Right. Yeah.
And so I've seen myself say that a lot more after like when you and I had a discussion about it.
Right.
Because people ask me, oh, Mark, can you do this? Can you do that? I was like, I don't have the luxury of time like how you might have and everything like that. I'm like, try and get back to me like 2 weeks from now at this specific time, but I can only give you this amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like, I got my own shit to do.
Yeah.
And some people look at you as assholes or cuss you out, and then some people understand. They like, I prefer real.
Yeah.
So if you keep it real and 100 with me, I'm like, cool. I don't have to look at you and say I'm gonna dedicate or hoping you hold up your end of the partnership or the bargain.
Right.
But I'm like, if you're like, cool, all right, keep it pushing on to the next.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And no harm, no blood, no nothing found.
Nothing, man. Just gotta be upfront with it.
I
never trying to bite off more than they can chew.
Facts. Next poll was are incentives good or bad? How you feel about that one?
I think they're good.
Okay. 79% said they're good.
I think they're good.
So, okay. I was hoping you said good. Yeah.
What kind of iron fist twist you got?
This is where I'm at. Oh, you know why I was getting called an asshole?
Yeah.
Because someone said, I'm not friends with an ex.
You're not friends with an ex.
With an ex. And I said, that's not true. My ex-wife and I were friends. We share a son together. And they're like, no.
That don't
count. You guys share a kid together.
She's a baby mama.
She's like, yeah, she's a baby mama. She's like, if you didn't have her with a child, could you be friends with her? I'm like, what the fuck for? I thought X was short for exit. I'm like, no. EXIT. I thought like, exit. Like exit out.
I thought it was short for.
So when that person said that, I'm like, oh no, you guys write me off as the ultimate villain. I'm like, yeah, like I'm Thanos snapping out here, just infinite gauntlet, just snapping people and stuff away, killing out the population. Then another person, I was like, because I'm a person. If I go to the doc,
right,
and my doctor was to tell me stuff with a touch wood, you got cancer.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna get a second opinion.
Of course.
I'm gonna get a second opinion.
Listen, I'm gonna get a third.
Yeah, just to feel comfortable. Just
Yeah.
be like, yo, maybe you guys see some shit that I can't see.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? So I said it to somebody else. They're like, definitely, you're an asshole. You're not friends with no ex and stuff. And I was like, damn. I was like, how are y'all friends with your ex?
But how does that? Okay.
How does that make me an asshole?
Yeah.
So it makes me an asshole and stuff for her because said woman
Right.
wanted to proceed with something.
Okay.
Now, she says, I enjoy your company.
Right.
She's like, I enjoy your company, Marv.
Right.
You can talk about everything. You're open. You da-da-da. And our communication skills, both of us, our communication skills are better than the most.
Right.
Right? So, to me, I feel like this is regular dialogue. Like, to you, like, to a person like you, this is regular convo. To us.
Yeah.
But to other people and stuff, this is intimacy. This is an intimate
Right,
soul
people
dive.
don't really talk like that.
People don't
Right.
talk like that.
Right.
The conversations are more like shallow. Some weather we're having today.
Yeah.
That smells nice. That's the only most they might get.
Yeah.
Especially like with women that like I see and I date, whatever. I never forget when I went speed dating. The guy who went to the table before me and stuff, because kind of like we were going like, let's say, working this way. He sat at the table first. I was trying to get my drink settled and stuff. I just gave her like a look and a smile.
Yeah.
And he fired off his thing to the date, whatever. So that's the girl I'm supposed to go to next.
Right.
Right? The man's like, so why are you single? I'm like, nigga, every chick is going to hear that question tonight. I'm like, where's the originality? I was like, yo, everyone's going to answer the same way. I don't know why I'm single. This is why I'm here.
Why are you single?
It's so stupid. So I'm looking like, all right, cool. Fuck it. Focus on my date. How you doing? She good. I'm not coming with that shit.
Right.
That's some mediocre shit. This ordinary, this extraordinary. This is my black ass. So I'm like, if you had a superpower, what would it be? So she's like, what kind of date? She's like, remember, we speed dating. I got 3 minutes with this girl.
Right.
And she was rambling on this thing, whatever. So I'm like, really? She's like, what's yours? What's yours? So I'm like, teleportation. Because I think she said control water.
Okay.
She said control water. I'm like, every particle of water? I'm like, nice. That's fucking nice. Because the human body's made the same percent of water.
Yeah.
So you can control people. She's like, shit, I never thought of it like that. So the next chick now that I'm supposed to go to, she getting hyped. She's looking like,
She ready.
She ready.
The conversation over there is bubbling.
Way better than this shit right here. So
What did you say? Oh, sorry.
So my man now, he's looking these two are focused on our conversation now. I'm like, miss me with that shit. So like, they're like, all right, time's up. Next table.
Right.
I moved to the next table. Before I sit down completely, I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's like, to control fire. Control fire what? She's like, my superpower and stuff that I would want. I'm like,
It's like, honey, I was giving you a
that's
different.
not your question though.
Yeah,
I was like, yo.
You're moving a little bit too quick. I know this is speed dating. We're moving too fast.
So the same dude, he goes to the next chick. What's your superpower that she would like to? Yo.
He wouldn't even give it a day or two.
Yo, he didn't let that bitch breathe. No space able before. I died laughing. So I'm like, and she heard it. So she's like, you do know that you're gonna set the bar for most dudes and stuff in here. My number, because like we're going in order now. So my number's number 9.
Okay.
My number is number 9, and his is number 8, whatever, right? So and I think it was probably like 16 guys. There was more women than there was guys. So I think it was like 16 guys and probably like 20 something odd women. That's why I know single people, women out here is a real thing.
Right.
So when I go to the next table and stuff for them with the next girl and stuff, she said the guy called you a hater. So I'm like,
he called you a hater.
He called me a hater because I'm looking like, yo, you over here stealing my content though? So I told him like, why I gotta be a hater? So I looked at dude, I'm like, what did I do to you? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? And he wouldn't answer. He's just like, fucking guys, this black guy.
Think he's better than us.
Better than us.
Think he's better than us singles.
So I'm looking like, all right. So when I get to that girl, I ask, I think that's when I came up, the famous one. There's a hot dog sandwich. Came to her with that and everything. She's losing her shit. Then she's debating. She had like a whole soul searching moment within the 3 minutes. So now did the whole room and everything. And it's kind of like each there was like a little slots for like all the guys.
Right.
Like a little small little box. So like, oh, okay, whatever number, like the woman can write their phone numbers and stuff, whatever, or their contact information, and put it in that number box. Right. So I walk up to my box and stuff, whatever. Like after, like, all right, gentlemen, you can go get the, collect the information and stuff, whatever. Right. My shit was popping.
She was live.
My shit was lit. I'm like, damn.
My box kind of heavy.
I was like, shit. I didn't think y'all was digging the midget Idris today, but like. It must have been I had a purple button up on. I was like,
the purple button up?
It was the button up.
You gave him the prints?
I gave him the purple Marv. I came out there shining, so I was like, it's the convo.
Oh, 100%.
It's the convo.
100%.
And my convo and stuff to the most, it's intimate.
Yeah.
Especially to an introverted person or a person not used to the degree of conversation and content and stuff, whatever. Like if I ask you and stuff, I don't know you like that. When I do you pee in the shower, that's a personal type of thing.
Right.
But if you're hesitant and stuff, like if you pee in the shower, I'm like, shit, I pee in the shower, I aim at piss. Cause I'm like, it's gonna go one damn place.
Yeah.
And then you're looking like, oh, this guy just answered that shit, whatever. She's like, you probably keep it real though. I pee every now and then. I don't make it my duty to pee. I'm like, it's cool. Yeah, you're human. Yeah. Let it ride. Yeah. So my conversation back to the whole asshole thing, I was like, I know you, if you find interest in me, I'm cool. But I'm like, work with me, boo. I'm not the easiest to get along with, but loyalty over royalty. So you won't have to question my loyalty, some type of things. Yeah. And I don't come from a malicious point of view. Right. I'm trying to make sure stuff let you know and everything, but I just can't be friends with an ex because if said woman is my ex, and we didn't work out, and then she's off on her gram giving dude kiss with like the foot up and everything like that. Be like, he's my knight in shining armor. You ain't say that shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is why you can't.
No, I'm emotional. Yo, how the hell you kosher with that? Huh? Will you be kosher with that?
So I don't have no problem with it, man. Fuck life that. Goes on. She got to go on, man.
Yeah, I know she got to go on. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, in my head, I'm playing. What's that song? We could have been. I'm like, I put all this work in. It didn't work out. Then you want to come now, flex on me with your new boo. Be like, yo, oh, that's Marv. He works in the medical field. And be like, this is him. He also works in the medical field. He's a brain surgeon. Be like, you came here to flex. You didn't come here to say hi. That's it.
I seen one or two flexing on the ground for you still.
For me? Yeah.
I think they'd be for you. They ain't for me. They ain't for me. That's for sure.
You know what? The funny thing too, somebody said this to me. They said, every app is a dating app if you're brave enough. Right? So I'm looking like, Instagram is my entertainment.
Yeah.
/ or I get privy to a set of information where I do my research on for a thing. Right. For the show. I'm not looking at it as like a dating app. I don't understand some of the dynamics. Like, for example, there was some girl. She came in my DM, whatever, right? Not going to mention her name. Right. Lovely young woman. Right. This is how the dynamics work. I'm old. I'm in my mid-30s. Yeah. The girl comes to my page. She likes 3 photos. I said, cool. Right. Let me go to her page. I'm like, she's an attractive woman. Yeah. So I hit follow. Yeah. And I like her 3 recent photos. Right. You know me, I'm horrible when it comes to social media and like notifications and shit. A day later, I go back, like, go do research or whatever the fuck. Come back. This girl, like, the last 16 photos of my thing. I was looking like, yo. So I start liking a little bit more for her. Right. And then
it's like a like battle.
That's what I thought it was. I'm like, all right. Are we doing this? Pick up and kill it. I'm like, so I was explaining it to like a younger person and stuff at work. Right. I was like, yeah, some chick came through. He's like, what? Oh, so what did she say in the DM? So I'm like, what are you talking about, huh? Huh? ¿Por qué? They're like, what did she say in the DM? Yeah. I'm like, no, that's your cue to slide in her DM. Who the fuck wrote these rules? I am an old man.
You are an old man.
I don't know this.
You're an old man. And any app that has a DM in it is a potential dating app.
Interesting.
It goes down in the DM.
Interesting. Even fucking Discord is a Discord is a dating.
It got a DM? They got a place where you can get a direct message. Because as long as you can get a direct message
What
that
fucking
nobody
world
else
do
has
we
to
live
see.
in? Well, that is insane. That is crazy. Okay. All right. Well, valid point. Long story short, girl and I, we talked, we met up and everything like that. It was kosher.
Yeah.
I mean, she said like, yo, are you fucking oblivious? That's what she said. She's like, yo, I liked you when I seen your photo. I'm like, cool. She's like, when I realized you were local and stuff, whatever, too, I was like, yeah, but why don't you just come in the DM and be like, hey, cutie.
Straight.
Yeah, like,
Straight
straight.
to the
We're
DM.
going to say sometime.
Direct.
Direct. I was like, direct
Direct
message.
message.
Like, no. I don't know.
Got to cat and mouse it.
But that's why I'm an asshole, because I don't know how to be friends with an ex.
All right. Okay.
But back to the incentive thing. Here's why I had the game changer question for you for the incentives. Yes, I feel like incentives are good to an extent.
Right.
We live in COVID vaccine time. Now, look at Ohio. I don't think we mentioned on the show, but in Ohio, earlier in the year, they were giving out sweepstakes to win $1 million to get your COVID vaccine.
Right.
That's an incentive for you to get your vaccine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you be for incentives to get your vaccine shot? Nah. Incentives are bad then. That incentive is bad.
In certain situations, incentives are good, and then there's going to be other situations where incentives are bad. Because forget that example.
Yeah.
Right? You'll have people to do shit just because the incentive is involved.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hear couples and stuff all the time. I have 2 married friends and stuff, whatever, right? And
Right.
I guess they were talking about like, they about to get it in that night and everything like that. And then said wife says something to the husband and she's like, well, no boob play for you tonight. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. Right? His incentive is sex. Right? She's like, I need you to do this task right now to get this out the way. And then the incentive is sex. So now incentives, they work.
You got couples that won't get married because it's more cost effective to claim as a single household.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Oh, yeah. Let the fraud run, man.
but that's what I'm saying. That the incentive is you're saving more money, but that does nothing for the sanctity of marriage.
So I said this. I said, if I'm to do it again,
Yeah.
depending on the woman, if she wants to have kids, we're getting married when the kid's 5.
The kid's 5. That's
Because the Ontario government themselves,
Yeah.
no, they don't show you no love if you're a couple
No.
making money.
no.
They don't throw you nothing. Now, if you're a single woman claiming like, he ain't shit, he ain't helping out and all the above, you'll get blessed with some subsidy. Daycare is cheap. Let's go Dutch on the subsidy daycare compared to going Dutch on the full daycare. Full daycare is like $1,600, my guy.
Insane.
$1,600 a month. What are you doing to my son? My son might as well come out like Bob the Builder.
It's insane how much.
$1,600 a month?
How much?
There's university courses that are cheaper than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a month you're dropping that for like how many years until the kid gets older?
A month.
Madness. Nah, boo. I'm your baby daddy till he turned 5. When the kid turned 5, be like,
Then we can get married.
Be like, look, the kid's about to start kindergarten. Actually, get on one knee. I've been waiting for this moment all my life, sugar. So yeah, incentives and stuff, they're good or bad. I remember the book Freakonomics. I love them. In Freakonomics, one of the writers, he said that's how he potty trained his daughter. The incentive was a candy. I'm gonna need you to go take this piss and pee in this potty.
Yeah.
He's like, anytime you do it, you get this little fun size pack of like M&Ms.
Right.
She's like, she wanted M&Ms? He's like, no. So she would go pee
Yeah.
on demand. Pfft, Daddy, I look, they go pee.
Yeah.
M&M. Gave it to her.
Yeah.
He's like, till she was able to do it like multiple times in the day. He's like, you don't need M&Ms no more. You potty train yourself. Congratulations. The incentive made you do some stuff. Like the incentive of parking. Picture if you went a full year without parking tickets.
Right.
And the government says, you know what? We're going to give you $20 towards green pea parking for the year.
Yeah.
So you got no parking ticket. People would be nice. They'd be like, yo, they're not trying to get any parking tickets after that. Yeah. They'd be like, you know how you have one people like, I'm only going to be 2 minutes?
Yeah.
It won't be none of that no more. They'd be looking like, where's this spot? Let me just. Is that a fire hydrant? No, is that over there? No, all right. It's not. All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna park up there. I'm gonna walk way over here, but fuck it. I need my $20. That $20 go a long way.
Yeah.
So incentives, I feel like they're good or bad, but I feel like during COVID, they've been abusing incentives.
Yeah.
My personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like I said.
No. I think you're right.
I feel like I said, I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
But I sit on the fence and stuff from how they're going about things.
Right.
I feel like there could be a way, but I feel like it's gonna be bloodshed, and if not, there's gonna be a nice war where shit's gonna shut down because of the separation. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe
we'll see.
Hopefully I just got a big mouth and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right, man. Let's talk about this Apple Keynote thing. Are you still trying to update and get a brand new phone when your phone's still fully functional?
Nah.
Are you over that? Are we over that now?
Yeah, I think my phone right now, I think I have the 11 right now. And before...
Well, 11 what? 11 on steroids? Like what? There's like an XR, the Pro,
I think mine
there's
is,
like a...
Maybe it's it's not the basic one, but it's not the top of the line.
So it's like the middle one.
Yeah, I think it's the middle ground. I'm on middle ground.
Okay, you're on middle ground.
And then before the 11, I had the 8.
So that was a nice duration between.
Right, yeah. So in this, I only really went to the 11 because I think
camera quality.
no, it wasn't even that. I think somebody needed a phone. I don't know if it was my daughter needed a phone or my son needed a phone. So it's like, okay, well,
You upgraded.
I'm not gonna buy y'all the bells and whistles. I might as well just get me a new phone and then wipe my old phone and then
And
you
give
can
you
have,
that.
you
You
can
run
give you
that.
So I think that's the only reason why I truly upgraded. The camera quality was a bonus out of it.
Gotcha.
Right. And then when I went to the 12, I think it was a similar situation where somebody had to get a phone. So I was like, okay, well, I'm due for an upgrade now. I'll just upgrade my phone and then take it from there. So
I don't see the hype. I've never seen the hype for like from iPhone to iPhone,
right.
like direct, like following year.
Yeah.
I'm with you. It has to have like a few years of duration and stuff to say like, all right, my functioning phone can do this, and then you're telling me that the new stuff compared to this one can do oh so much more.
Yeah.
Right? If you're operating in those realms. Like I feel like not everybody needs a MacBook. They want a MacBook.
Right.
Like a MacBook can do so many type of technical type of aspects and everything. But if you're only internet browsing and stuff and playing music and everything, come on, get you a fucking PC and relax.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you how to spend your money. But then again, like I said, it's the functionality and stuff of it.
Right.
Is it functioning to your liking?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, then keep it pushing.
But it's funny because like, okay, with this new 13 that's coming out, right?
Right.
The big thing that they're toting is the camera. You can shoot cinema-like quality footage, which I'm like, bro, anybody who's trying to shoot cinema quality type footage with their phone might already have a camera that does that. and if they don't, why are you gonna spend the phone itself? That money you can spend on a decent camera.
Yeah, because the phone itself is like, well, let's say like 1,200, 1,300, right?
Yeah.
Bought out. And then you can get like one of those Canon, those TOSs, all those other ones.
Yeah.
For like 400 or 500.
Right. You can get a camera and a decent lens.
Yeah.
To go with it.
Yeah, because the lens is on like $100 more.
Yeah.
Something like that particular lens. So you laughing. But I mean, who's thinking anymore in today's world, right? You know, we just put a few bells and whistles and fancy noise and stuff, whatever, and make a few commercials. We'll get a celebrity come sing to you and something. Meanwhile, he's like, "What? I want it."
I just think I think the disposable cash people lead the way in that market, and they just want to have the latest and greatest thing. They don't care what it costs because they got disposable cash anyway, right? And they probably just probably throw money where at shit on anything.
But-
So they always want to have the latest and greatest. But then you have those who want to have the latest and greatest, and they don't got the disposable cash
There
for
we
it.
go. That's the people I'm talking about. See, what blew my mind when it came to this whole Apple thing, it wasn't even the phone. It was the Apple AirTag.
Right.
Here's why. A girl I heard, this is from the news and stuff I seen, like I guess like in Dallas or something like that. A dude seen her and put the AirTag in her purse. Girl went home, and I think like around 3:00 in the morning, the dude showed up at the girl's house
Right.
because he just find my iPhone and
Yeah.
find my AirTag.
Yeah.
And I was looking, I was like, is this good or bad? Like I want to say, not obviously the stalking thing and stuff is bad, but
Right.
Apple didn't make it for that purpose.
No. No.
Right? What do you think about this Apple, this AirTag thing? Is it needed? Do you think it's needed? Is it not? Like if you lose your bag that much and you need to put a tag in your bag, whatever.
Right.
You need to get a shackle. Like shackle that shit to yourself.
Yeah. The only thing I would probably find use for it for is maybe my keys. And then like, that would be I wouldn't tag anything else, I don't think. But even in a situation like that, like I'm really losing my keys. You know what I mean? So again, it'd be like, and if I do misplace my keys, it'll be somewhere I'll find it later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you might come in, you might just throw it in the studio, you might throw it on your table.
Right,
You just,
right.
You know your go-to place
Yeah.
where you might put your stuff.
Or I might get oh, you left your keys. I can't leave anywhere without my keys because I'm not driving. Right?
true, very
As soon as I get to the car, oh shit,
Where your keys
where
at.
my keys at,
Right.
right? So it's really hard for me to lose my keys.
True.
But I'd see that's the only thing that I would possibly tag with it. But what are people tagging with it? Keys, I know keys they're doing.
Keys, cars, bags, purses. One girl and stuff, whatever, specifically I seen.
Yeah.
She's like, well, she, in the comment section for that video, she was saying she always kept her thing and stuff like, I guess a specific kind of bag that she has.
Right.
Where she's not the type of big purse type of woman.
Yeah.
It's a smaller type of clutch type of thing. And her phone is big enough to fit in this clutch. So it's
Right.
kind of like she'll throw everything and stuff in there. But I'm assuming she's Apple decked because she said if she can't find her phone,
Yeah.
she'll use her Apple Watch
Right.
to find her phone.
Right.
So I'm like, I get it. But then you have like, we live in a world right now. Well, shit, look at the University of Western Toronto. They have Western, right?
Yeah.
With Western and everything like that, and those cases and stuff. And I feel like, damn, I feel like they made something with some good, but the bad has already been seen. And this could lead to a lot more harm than good.
Yeah, but no, when you mentioned that, I didn't even think of it like that. But I was like, yeah, that's the easy way for a stalker to fall. He could just be walking, you know what I mean, bump into you. You wouldn't even notice when he bumps into you and slide that tracker on you.
Yo, you'd be like, yo, damn, she look good as fuck. Look at her with her purse. Oh, shit, open. Twink.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, for all, like I'm saying, like for all, because when it came to her, that woman, I think she said like 2:00 in the morning, she got a knock on her door. And the guy's like, what's up? I seen you in the club earlier. She, how you know where I live?
Bro, that's more dangerous than a roofie, bro.
And then that's when he's like, all right, then, well, if you want to talk to me, yo, just throw out my Apple AirTag. And she said, what?
Wow.
So she go on her purse and see shit. That's how you found me. So she held it, called police, and then kind of like waited until like they came close enough.
Yeah.
Then threw it out the window and stuff, whatever, to dude. But by that time, police came around and she like, yo, this guy followed me home. I was at Set Club. He dropped this in my bag, and hopefully they dealt with him.
Wow.
Think about it. Okay, let's say so.
No, because I'm listening to you say that, and then because I forgot what I was listening to, and I don't know if they was just joking around, but it's like, yeah, niggas is throwing that in it, and like their wife's trunks to see where where their wife be going, and I'm thinking about it. Yeah, like I could see use for that, like it being used like that to keep track on somebody, right? But this is a whole nother shit.
Yeah,
to
but
be like, yo,
what?
I want her. I'ma have her.
Yo, by any means. But would you want to be in a relationship like that? Or somebody was like to track where the fuck you going though?
Nah,
Is that is that even a relationship?
It's not, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, people are gonna do it though.
If they doing it, I think they should end the relationship.
They
then.
should. They should.
Yikes. Yo, let's talk about this. I want to talk about these Haitian migrants crossing over to Mexico and the U.S. Let's talk. I think the imagery work was seen more first,
Right.
to me in my room, before I got like the full context.
Okay.
Right, so I just see Border Patrol
Yeah.
on horses,
Yeah.
and I seen one just with the reins, like, yeah, you know, he did like,
Yeah.
I swear I heard Indiana Jones theme music, but just me, I got problems. But I was like, yo, what are they doing? I'm like, are those black people? That's the first. So that's what I seen on the photo.
Right.
So I'm like, when I get home, I'll look at this video and stuff, whatever. And when I seen the video and everything like that, wasn't a fan. Haiti's been going through more chronicles than a little bit within the past, I want to say, can we say decade? When was the quake? The quake was like 2010, 2011.
Around there.
Around there.
Yeah, yeah.
So since the quake, hell, their president just got killed the other day. They've been going through some shit.
Yeah.
And they had the hurricanes and stuff like that as well.
Right.
They've been going through some shit. If the neighboring country, my opinion, the neighboring country, the Dominican Republic, is not giving any amnesty or trying to help them out, like we're talking about, I heard it's TOS, like at the border, if they're trying to cross over into Dominican, shot down dead.
Yeah.
Without proper documentation and stuff to say they're going to work over there in the Dominican or X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Where else do these people have to go? Now, I remember there was a big ass exodus. Can I call it exodus when it came to Latin American people making their way to America?
Yeah.
I want to say last year. They had a nice little hike and everything. And I was like, yo, these people are looking for help.
Yeah.
These people have no other means necessary.
Yeah.
Right?
And you promote yourself as that land of the free,
milk and honey.
This is that and a third. Like, do you sell it, right? You sell it well.
So I just looked at stuff. I'm like, I'm not too keen on the black people. Maybe just me, the representation. I'm not too keen on the black people still going through the whole thing where they can't get by and they have no other means.
Yeah.
So where are they supposed to go?
Right.
I'm not saying you have to take in all of them. This is like when it came to I want to say Serbia. Excuse me, Syria.
Yeah.
With the Syrian immigrants and here.
Right.
U.S. said no.
Right.
We can't take those people in. Canada said yes.
Right.
They're looking for somebody because they're looking like we're going to all the places we can go.
Yeah.
Please help us. They have no president. They know shit's been going sour there from like forever. Remember, U.S. is the ones like, oh, the president is gone. We will be sending vaccine. Don't send vaccine. Send help.
Yeah.
Send help.
Send help first.
See, people send help. Don't send. Then I'm seeing like, oh, they're not even sending help. They're sending like the whips from the reins. But I was like, is it me? Am I on cocaine?
I wonder what the Canadian stance is on it, because they in Montreal they've got a nice population of Haitians.
Right.
And you would think they're heavy out there. They might have some form of influence being so close to, and Ottawa too. Ottawa has a large Haitian population.
Okay, that I didn't know. I knew Montreal. I just never knew Haiti.
You would think that maybe some sort of political pull might be happening over there where they can say, listen, we spend a lot of money here. We bring in a lot of income here. There's a lot of stuff that we make that keeps the country going. We need help. And you're benefiting already from the migrants that are here. What can we do to help out? Like it's insane when you think about it. It's like
I'm like, I feel like they just made a point like, you get asylum, you don't get asylum.
Right.
And it doesn't feel like the same energy like across board.
It doesn't.
So I'm not saying, if we're looking at the power of business,
Right.
in business standpoint, it's not beneficial for you to take someone, I guess, who's on retirement status
No.
or who can't benefit or contribute to your economy.
Yeah. You want somebody who's gonna contribute to the economy.
Fair.
Yeah.
I get that, but there's a lot of people. They look quite vibrant when these damn border patrols trying to whip them and stuff. They trying to duck and dodge. I'm like, they could probably go fetch some things in the factory job. They can do a few things. I was like, this is not cute. And as I said, I looked at him like, I don't want my emotions get the best of me, but it's just kind of hard to see that we're in 2021,
right?
And black people are still getting whipped.
Yeah.
The White House said they condemned like the behavior with the horses.
Right.
So they said they put them on foot.
Take them off horse.
Take them off horse.
Take them off horse.
They said if they weren't on horseback. They said they weren't on horseback. They wouldn't have the reins to hit them with, so they're gonna put them on barefoot. And I guess give them Indiana Jones whips. That's the dumbest statement I've ever heard.
Listen, man, the fact that they're
it's the Biden administration.
Yeah.
By the way, where the hell's Kamala? I haven't heard or seen or heard shit from Kamala.
I asked you this like 3 episodes ago.
You see,
I asked 3 episodes ago. What's up with
the
her?
alleged representation face of black people, and I ain't see her yet. All right, so let's get back. Yeah, go.
Black people voted your nigga. Well, I'm gonna call him he ain't a nigga, but they voted his ass in because of Kamala.
It's a ploy. Stay woke.
Stay woke. Listen.
Holla.
Also in the news, and I think this was big, but I mean, we can look at that situation in reverse, where I think the white woman went missing.
The Gabby, the young girl, 22-year-old.
Right, and I had the whole search, this, that, and the third. The world stopped because they got to find that white girl, right? But they were saying brown and black women go missing all the time. Mm-hmm. Where does it? Ain't nobody stopping shit to look for them. Ain't no widespread news. This, that, and 3 days go by. You every day. That white girl is on the news saying, "Hey, we need to find her. We're stopping everything to find her." And
what's newsworthy? That's the thing. What's newsworthy?
What's newsworthy?
Well, let me say myself. One of the most disrespectful people on the planet is a black woman. A black woman has been disrespected so many times.
Right.
Looked and overcast and all the above. And then I want to say, the less melanin you have, the more probability you're able to get more help.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not even saying it in a fucked up way, but it's just that, a dark-skinned woman compared to a Kamala, they're not in the same weight class.
No.
Right? Now, when it came to the Gabby girl, it's unfortunate that these boyfriends or certain type of people and stuff, whatever, do these things to these young women.
Of course.
It happens often. I seen there was one in Australia. What hurt me is the girl went there on vacay and got mutilated.
Yes.
The one with the dude put her in the suitcases and everything like that and took out the hotel room. I looked at stuff, I'm like, that's very unfortunate. I look at it where these dangers are just out there and there's some just sick people and stuff in general.
Right.
I don't know how much work ethic it put to locate set people, but you do know for a fact there's a lot more effort in a Gabby compared to 5 girls in the hood that went missing.
Right.
Because they're going to just look at it stuff like, well, we need 40 hours to consider a runaway case. Yeah. And do the same thing when it comes to the girl. Okay. But we know she normally checks in with the family, and all those black girls' families can say the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. It's to show and prove. Are you putting these girls on the news like that? Or I feel like it's more of a social media kind of cry to kind of make certain things stuff get some attention.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Gabby girl. I think the only difference is stuff whatever with her is that the police dropped the ball. That's why it's getting more recognition than the most.
Okay.
Because the police pulled them over while she was still alive. So they have to hug that now. They have to eat that, the fact that, shit, she was in distress.
Right.
We didn't ask her proper questions and be like, are you in danger?
Right.
Blink twice.
Right.
Do you want to go? It's like, no, I'm fine. And then now her body pops up and stuff. And they're looking like, well, shit, we got the body cam of her alive.
Yeah.
My bad. And when it comes to the media headline and stuff, whatever, it's kind of like we want the bad before the good.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So I'm not saying like these girls might not come home alive, but their main concern is if they come home alive, that ain't newsworthy.
No.
If they go missing for a duration, then like, yes. And like I said, it tends to be like less adrenaline in your system, the better. Like, the only thing that's still shocking to me when it comes to like Caucasian people, and I forget her name, Holloway, the girl who went to the Bahamas. And the dudes, she went with the dude, and like he had 2 friends, and she went missing.
Yeah.
And the parents went looking for her. And John Benet Ramsey. I was like, yo, most of these Caucasian cases and stuff, they get solved and dealt with, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Those are the 2 anomalies and everything like that. Like when they go missing, and you're like, oh shit, you don't hear nothing and stuff about that. Damn, that's kind of fucked up.
Right.
These ones, most of them, they follow through to the beginning, to the end. They're like, oh, we couldn't find her. That's what? She's going to be on Unsolved Mysteries 10 years later.
Yeah,
we're going to find a pinky.
New evidence.
Yeah. Something. Or he snitched on himself when he was with a teenage hooker in Cambodia.
Yeah.
And, some shit came out. Yeah. So, I don't know. It sucks. It does suck across the board, but like, yo, you see this preference.
Yeah, you see it.
Stevie Wonder can see his fucking preference.
You see it.
Right? Yo, how do you feel when people who are not black, non-black people say, I'm not racist? What does that do to you? Why you laugh? You laughed already, yo, doc.
It's the context. The context.
Take 2.
I need to know the context.
Action.
Okay. What they're saying it because.
All right.
For one, you could be saying it because you don't want people to feel that you are racist, and you could possibly be racist, and the other context is that people think you're racist, but you're really not, and you're trying to get that point across and say, listen, I'm not racist. So
it's still I don't want to take words from you, but it's still kind of like a disclaimer.
Not necessarily a disclaimer.
You're like, I'm not racist.
If you're being accused of something and you're not, then you're just putting it out there and saying, listen, I'm not, right? But there's the other way around where you're about to say or do something fucked up and you want to now prefix it. Like you're not. But no, the fact that you're going to say or do it, you are. There's no prefixing.
So okay, one dude at one time and stuff, whatever, he said, oh, they remake everything. So the Wonder Years, remember that show?
Yes.
They remake that, and now it's black.
It's black, yeah.
All right. So I haven't watched the old school Wonder Years like that, and I maybe 1-2 random episodes. Right. I just remember the song.
Yeah.
The theme song and stuff, whatever, right? So I'm like, I don't know what this new one might entail. Hopefully more modern time or probably that same time, but I just know Don Cheadle is doing the narration, right? So when it comes to that, the guy started talking about they remade the Wonder Years. So I'm like, yeah. He's like, that might be interesting. That's how he said it, right? That same kind of tone.
Right.
It's like, what do you mean? He said, well, they're gonna remake everything and stuff for that was good. So I'm like, what do you think they're gonna remake next? He's like, probably Castaway. So I'm like, Tom Hanks, the greatest actor of all time?
Yeah.
The GOAT?
Yeah.
What would they remake? Like, why would they remake that? He's like, I don't know. They might put a black person stuff in there. So now I'm looking at him,
right? And
he's like, so they're not going to use a volleyball, or are they going to use a basketball? He's like, you said it, I did it, and then he walked away. So I'm like, no. From the moment you said that, I knew this was where this was going. So the man's like, I'm not racist. Why you want to throw that I'm not racist piece out there? No, you fucking racist. Yeah. So you're trying to disclaim and stuff.
You're trying to disclaim something.
I'm not accusing him. He's
right.
He already put in.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I was looking at that. I had a situation and stuff when I was at work. And long story short, there was a lady, she was there, and she's explaining about an East Indian descent person.
Yeah.
Right? Her being Polish descent, aka Caucasian. She thinks everybody with color is black.
Yeah.
So he has a bald head,
Right.
and he has it's probably skin tone, same thing as mine,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's East Indian descent.
He's a dark Indian.
He's right.
Yeah.
So now she's like, that color fellow with the attitude over there. I'm like, so the white guy who in the room, he's looking like, Marv, don't.
Control it, Marv.
Yo.
Control it. You're turning green, Dr. Banner. You're turning green.
Hulk smash! So I'm like, elaborate for me, sweetheart. Yeah, I was trying to be calm.
yeah.
So he's looking like, oh shit, Marv's gonna blow. And she's like, no, he has no disregards and everything like that. So the white guy's like, you know what? You can't call people colored people.
Yeah.
What kills me about Canadians is Canadians always think this is only an American thing. Mm-hmm. This shit happened here too.
Yeah.
They're just not even oblivious. They act dumb.
Right.
They act dumb. They
Right.
think because America is entertaining.
Yes.
That's the reason why Canadians focus on America more than they focus on their own spot.
Yes.
Because America's more entertaining and the population is so much more vast.
Right.
Canada's bigger in land space, just entertaining. She said, this is how she was raised. So I said, no one's been calling colored people and stuff colored in like forever.
No.
Somewhere in your circles, they could have told you it was wrong. So if they're not telling you it's wrong, I'm telling you it's wrong.
Right.
And she said, oh, sorry. And she put her hands up like, I apologize and everything like that, right? And I was like, it is not my duty, though. I was saying to myself, it's not my duty to G-check
Nah.
every non-black person and stuff when they get into those realms. So I'm like, do you do that?
Nah.
Because I feel like if you have any kind of compassion, or if you're in my love and support corner,
Right.
and you're not black,
Yeah.
I think you will probably get the gist of that through being around me and people like me.
And I was about to say, I've never been in a situation like that, like what you just said, because of that. I think the people who are around me who are non-black understand, hey, whatever I may say, even if it's not directed to him, it'll still come off racist. And why would I want to ever come off racist where someone else can take offense to it?
I feel like they just don't give a fuck, especially like in the South. Like I just feel like some in the South, like, they don't give a fuck. Like
They don't give a fuck.
Well, like like the South lost, the North and South, like the South lost, like
Right.
the Confederate flag and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're sore losers. Like they're real fucking sore losers. Like I was like, yo, boss, you lost. Get over it. But then I realized and stuff like the sore loser thing is a thing where parents probably teach out of a kid. Because there's some levels and stuff where I realized, like, I seen some kid sports games.
Yeah.
And when they're like, all right, you won, y'all lost, y'all walk through, shake hands and pat and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Nah.
It doesn't happen. And I feel like small things like that kind of help. Like, say there might be undermined grumbling, like, we told you you suck. And then there's a high five and everything like that, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're still trying to teach the kids and stuff, whatever, not to be like, sore losers and winners, because we're like, oh, we lost to them. Why we got to shake their hand? Be like, no, it's good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Good conduct.
Right.
I don't feel like that shit's happening no more. I feel like there's tons of sore losers and shit. I'm from fucking Cleveland. Cleveland Browns haven't really won shit in a minute.
Yeah.
We got good last year.
Yeah.
We got some distance,
Nah,
but we haven't won shit. But
they're not deserving of handshakes. I'm sorry,
ask
Marv.
me, yeah, okay, it's
I'm
cool.
sorry,
I'll admit
Marv.
it. I'll
I'm
admit
sorry,
it.
Marv.
I'll admit it. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not at that sore loser point where it's like, mistake by the way. You better not say that shit, boys. We got championship. We got one basketball championship. Salute to LeBron and them when they did it.
Yeah.
Ohio State University got some wins under their belt.
Yeah.
The whole state got to kill those two wins. Like those two winning teams.
That's
whole
holding
state
it.
has to carry
That's
the whole.
holding it.
That's a lot.
That's holding it.
That's a lot. But I'm like, there's some Cowboy fans, some Dallas Cowboy fans, some specific teams and stuff for there. Okay, I'm a Laker dude.
Right.
I've been a Laker dude and stuff for there from like Magic days.
Okay.
Magic days, Lakers was like a little bit prominent when Jordan came into me, because
Yeah.
Jordan's great.
Right.
But then when Kobe came over there and then Shaq got there, I'm like, okay, this Shaq is the guy who broke down the hoops in Orlando. So I'm like, oh shit, he over here with this guy who took Brandy to prom. Know who this guy is? Who Kubi? Who the hell? I don't know. He can't comb his hair. And then I'm like, shit. And then who
That's
knew
the
this?
first time niggas got introduced to Kobe beef.
Yeah.
Niggas was like, Kobe, what's that, beef?
Yeah,
Kobe?
Kobe. And then like it turned out to be that. But when they don't win shit, I'm still not a sore loser. But I realize
Right.
stuff like sore losers come like a dime a dozen.
Oh, yeah.
Why
People
though?
hate losing, man. Some people hate losing.
How do we not try to create any sore losers in today's time? What do you think we could do to not create sore losers? Because sore losers will hold on to some shit, whatever, like, yo, you don't win. Okay, you don't succeed. Let it go.
Yeah.
Do better next time. Buckle up. They'd be like, yo, Smooth lost to Marv. Fuck that nigga, Marv.
I think it's just like how you said, it starts at an early age, and it starts with stuff like, showing good sportsmanship, how to accept defeat, because a lot of people have never learned how to accept defeat, especially if you're somebody who constantly wins. If you're somebody that constantly wins, the first time that you experience defeat, it's got to be shattering to you.
I'm gonna say that shit should be a humbling moment for your ass. Picture you had like 50 wins and you got that one loss.
And that one loss
came after your 50th win.
Yeah.
Yo, your world is devastated.
Well, you forgot about the 50 wins, and the rest of the whole month and a half, you're trying to figure out why you lost that one loss, what you could have did different, as opposed to just accepting that one loss. You're trying to analyze it, break it down, what you could have did differently. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you're a 50-time winner. You know what I mean? Accept that one loss, learn from it, get better. Don't get bitter.
And that's the problem. I think
That's the problem.
They get bitter
They
fast.
get
like
bitter.
I was thinking about like the whole Cavs. When the Cavs won the ship that year.
Yeah.
When the Cavs won the ship that year, Golden State had the greatest record in the NBA. They beat the Bulls record.
Right.
They have the 73-9?
I think so.
Because the Bulls had what? It was 84 games in the season. And I
Yeah.
think Bulls had 72-10.
Right.
And they had 73-9. And they lost to the Cavs and stuff like. And I remember like Draymond was like from place to place and stuff for talking about it. And I think till like he ended up on the Shop, the LeBron James show.
Yeah.
And he's like, y'all got lucky that year. But I'm like, yo, they did a hell of a comeback.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why are you bitter for a sole loser? Like, yeah, like that loss doesn't outright that you guys broke a record. You guys shattered a record.
Right.
But I'm like, don't be a sore loser about it. The fact that y'all got it before. Y'all got it right after. Twice. So
some people can't take losing, man. And some people don't. Some people don't want to be wrong, and some people can't take losing. And it's just some people don't know how to be humble.
So the only way to stop sore losers and stuff is, what do you think?
You gotta
early.
You gotta do it from early. You gotta let them know it's okay to lose. You're not gonna win everything. Have that winning mindset, but expect a loss.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of. I feel like a lot of parents and stuff. Millennial.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of parents probably haven't iterated that to a lot of folks. The reason why I say that and stuff is because if they did it from early, certain type of losses that they accrue later in life shouldn't have that kind of greater effect on them. Hear me out. The reason why I'm saying that is like, if you know I'm gonna punch you in your face,
Right.
you're bracing for impact.
Right.
So you're expecting that, it might go south and I might hit you.
Yeah.
Right? Well, if you're not expecting any hit and expecting any loss or any damage and everything like that,
Right.
when you get hit, your whole world is rocked.
Yes. Yeah.
And I feel like they're not, like, just in general, some parents and stuff, whatever, don't say enough to kind of prep the kids to say, like, yo, like, in order for flowers to grow, it has to rain.
Yeah.
You're gonna get some hardships.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're like, it's okay. Better luck next time, champ. You little scamp. You'll get them next time. That's it.
When I was growing up, the common phrase was "you win some, you lose some."
Yeah, I heard that.
Right. But even with you losing some, you keep it moving.
You do. I agree, man. Let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. Do you die on your time or on God's time? Now, we live in a world where suicide is high, and we have medical assisted suicide.
Yes.
And you have family members with consent, or I'm going to say power of attorney,
Right.
to pull plugs
Yeah.
if situations are dire.
Yeah.
So let's say you're in a situation and stuff where God might want you to live another 15 odd more years,
Right.
right? And you're looking like you can't live, I don't know, paraplegic or something like that.
Yeah.
You can't live paraplegic for 15 years. Most you got into is probably like 2, 3. Right? Do you opt out for medical suicide? Or do you go into the realm and stuff where you just wait for God to call you for your final rest?
See, I'm waiting for God to call me on my final rest. I ain't trying to rush any sort of timelines, because miracles happen and shit changes.
So it's more in a belief system for you.
Yeah, I'm not only belief, right? But I want to say, let's say a hope in humanity then, right?
What do you mean? Explain.
For instance, let's say I'm terminally ill and I got cancer,
Right.
right? I can either believe that I'm eventually going to die from this thing, or I can believe that humanity is going to solve cancer. And within a few years, they're going to have something for me to take that's going to cure me.
So you're just holding off until then.
So I'm holding off on that possibility that might happen.
No, yeah, I'm saying that the belief in the hope system and stuff that I feel is good. Like, not just God. I'm just saying like the belief in the hope system.
Yeah.
Like, something to believe in.
Right.
Yes. I feel like if you go on your terms or you plan to go on your terms, I feel like you giving up on the belief system.
Yes, exactly.
Because you're looking like, yo, this is as good as it gets. It ain't gonna get any better.
Right.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna take myself out.
So you want to go on your terms then. You hold off and stuff and say like, you know what, the good is coming.
Yeah, I gotta believe the good is coming.
I'm with you on that. See, I'm with you on that with her, because I look at it stuff as that we don't know our story, how our story ends until it ends. Right? And I feel like where technology and stuff is and stuff as where we stand today, new shit's just popping up and just debunking and dealing with all type of stuff. People, there's specific cancers, like, all right, when we say cancers,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people just automatically write off and say, oh, you know, you get cancer and automatic death.
Right.
There's different types of cancers.
Right, yeah.
There's different stages of cancers.
Yes.
If they're caught early, they could be dealt with and you can actually, quote unquote, beat them and
Yeah.
the cancer might not come back.
Listen, man, I had a girlfriend of mine. Her daughter was diagnosed. I think it was stage 4, right? And she was on the phone when I was on the phone with her. I had to literally tell her, I said, listen, it's not a death sentence like at one time. Like they've done so much advancements as far as treatment is concerned that you're no longer have to die from it, right? I go, just say your prayers, keep in high spirits, make sure her spirits are high and everything, and trust that everything will be okay, right? Just the other day, I spoke to another girlfriend of mine who's friends, and I was asking her, I said, yo, how's your goddaughter doing? She goes, oh, cancer's in remission.
Look at that.
See what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where you don't know the outcome, but sometimes you just gotta let it play out.
And so this is what I always say to a situation like that. You gotta know for a fact that you do whatever you can within your power.
Yes.
If it's outside your power, it's easier said than done to say not to worry about it and stuff. But
Right.
what more could you do?
That's nothing. What's that prayer? There's a serenity prayer.
And the Serenity Prayer. My prayers are just, I know that thy kingdom come. And then I got, now lay me down to sleep.
I think it's called the Serenity Prayer. Can you look it up? But I know but look it up and then read it.
Serenity.
Yeah. Or prayer for serenity or something like that.
Serenity Prayer. God grant me serenity to keep, what? To accept things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Yeah.
So it's exactly what you're saying. Like the things that you cannot change, why are you gonna worry about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what? You might as well just take it off your mind. Might as well just take it off your mind.
It's true. I didn't even know about this prayer and stuff. Whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's true. Like I look at them like I've done everything I can do.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna say I'm gonna work for, I don't know, political office or something like that, I've done this, I've done that, I've campaigned here, I've done all this. You have no regrets.
Yeah.
If you have the regrets, then that means you haven't done everything.
Done everything.
So if you have zero regrets and stuff, whatever, this is the reason why Marvin's looked at as an asshole. I've done everything in that previous relationship. If it didn't work out.
And now it's time to move on.
All right, you know.
It's time to move on.
And they say anything else? Serenity Prayer on your punk asses. Yo, no, for me, I'd rather go on God's time. The way you explained it is perfect. I want to say perfect to me.
Yeah.
Because I agree. I think my thing and stuff is I'm going to hold out for the fate. I would say this. I do have a thing and stuff where if I am booed up and all the above.
Right.
If I'm in a vegetative state for 30 days, yo, just let me go. I get to like day 31, just let me go.
Just let you go?
Just let me go. Because I feel like I don't want to be in a point where I'm now suffering and I don't want to see anybody suffering. Right? So that's my thing. My thing and stuff is like, yo, give me 30 days. Like, you know, like if I can't do it in 30, like, just let me go.
But that's what I'm saying though. The 30 days and they pull the plug on in on the 31st day. There's like, we just now finished the final piece to that machine that you seen on Elysium where we slide your body in and you come out brand new. It's like,
this guy.
Nigga. He'd be up there like, no, send me back. The body's still fresh. Send me back.
Too late. This is not Disney Soul. Okay. Yo.
Oh, man.
Let's get to the Ask the Sons. First Ask the Sons question comes from T-Pine. Who is the most attractive woman on earth? Now, I told your ass before the show. I told you, I know I'm not a fan of this question. I feel like this is a setup.
Yeah, it is.
It's a woman to catch you or something. So I don't feel like.
Who's the most attractive woman on the face?
Are you brave enough to answer that?
No, but I'm saying is, what I'm saying is.
That's to you though. It's obviously subjective.
It's obviously it's objective, but not only is it objective,
it's objectifying. It's subjective.
But not only that, it's like that person could be the most beautiful person on the face of the earth today. That could change tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
That could change by the minute, actually.
It's I don't want to say that, but a child's born every minute. If I say a sucker's born every minute. Yeah, I mean, that can vary. I feel like you shouldn't answer that question because you're a married man.
My wife. What are you talking about?
Hey, with the perfect default, you motherfucker.
My wife. Come on, you know better than that, Marv.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
I got my answer. Now you gotta be careful with your ass. all potential suitors and ladies in waiting.
So I'm the one that's fucked.
Potential suitors and ladies in waiting. Listen carefully for his answer.
The perfect woman is light, kind of dark, short, sort of tall, slim, kind of thick. I think I got them all. So fuck it.
You're supposed to say my mama and leave it like that. My mama's the perfect woman. I can't marry her.
I ain't sleeping with my mama.
That's what I'm saying. I can't marry her.
Okay. Next question comes from Costa Rican. I think it's supposed to be Costa Rican, but Costa Rican because Rican's a werewolf.
Yeah.
What is a great album from start to finish? I got Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yeah.
Jay-Z Blueprint. Like with no skipping. With no skipping.
Yeah.
The next one, if I'm a third one in there, Miseducation Lauryn Hill. Miseducation Lauryn Hill, I feel like you don't have to skip that album at all. Like you don't have to press forward or nothing. Like even from like the interludes and the little skits and everything like that.
Yeah.
Everything on that album is just like constant fire across the board. To me.
Yeah. No, I can see it. For me, it would be Mary J's My Life. Mm-hmm. And then Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die.
Machine Gun Funk slap though. Machine Gun Funk slap. Nah, that album that can do it for me. I can agree to that too. Last one comes from 2 Above Average. What cartoon was the best when you were a kid?
It's got to be G.I. Joe for me.
G.I. Joe for you. That's why your G.I. Joe ass is coming off in the beginning. I got Thundercats. Yeah, I was definitely little then. Ren and Stimpy. Yo, my mom would not allow me to watch Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy.
I fucking love Ren and Stimpy and stuff back then. Powder Toast Man. Happy Joy. Yo, Ren and Stimpy slap. And yo, you know what? Well, I wasn't an adult. I was a teen.
Yeah.
Avatar: Last Airbender. That show, as an adult, you gotta watch that shit.
Avatar: Last Airbender?
I think it's so funny and stuff is that we played or they portrayed it as like some cartoon.
Right.
Yo, that thing is deep. That thing was deep. Like when I'm not even talking about like the politics type of thing, whatever. The man said something about like losing your soul and losing your way, and there's certain things you got to do. And the guy's like, "What do you understand? You don't understand about losing anything." The man's like, "I lost a son to war.
Right.
I've been losing every day without him being here." And I was like, cartoons aren't supposed to talk like this. So it's like, yo, that thing hit different on some different type of levels.
But I think that's the difference between cartoons where it's based on an actual story, where it's got, you know what I mean, it's got its background, it's got its characters have been developed,
compared to like a random hit,
versus, I wouldn't say random hit, but versus toy cartoons.
What's toy cartoons now?
Would be the G.I. Joes, the Thundercats, anything that has an action figure, where they're basically making the cartoon to sell the action figure.
Oh, I see what you're getting. But they can make everything to an action figure though.
Now, but I'm saying,
but like
then it was we got the toys. We're gonna make the cartoons
to sell these
toys.
That's the selling point.
Something like the last Airbender, it was a story in all in itself,
and then it just engulfed an extra world and stuff like that. Yeah, because I'm about to say the same thing with the Hunger Games, because the Hunger Games was like a young adult novel.
Yeah,
but then it spun off so much that they had to make a movie. They had to do action figures. They had to do extra, all that thing. So it's the story itself.
Yeah,
I see where you're going. I get it. I got you.
Because there's a few. I mean, there's a few of those cartoons where it's like, nah, this is you need to be an adult to really digest what you're watching.
Facts. Cool. Got associate of sons for the week. Something a little basic, a little light risk, light chance of fun and happiness.
Light chance of fun and happiness.
Light chance of fun and happiness and stuff, whatever. Help build and motivate the masses.
Let's do it.
Associate of sons of the week says, take the risk or lose the chance. The choice is yours. So said the Sons.
So says the Sons. Monopoly, we want a little check for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Chance and choice, baby. I feel like you have this, well, it's actually in the human brain.
Right.
With the fight or flight.
Fight or flight and stuff, whatever. You have, I think this is 12 seconds. At the 12-second mark, if you're not moving, then you're not going to do it. So if you tell yourself you're going to get up and wash the dishes, if you don't get up within the next 12 seconds, you're not going to get up and wash the dishes at that time. Right.
You might get motivated stuff for minutes later, or maybe hours later, or a day later, or something like that, whatever. But a lot of times, no one's taking that extra risk because and then they're gonna kick themselves later
Yeah.
for losing the chance.
Yeah.
I look at it stuff as like when you're approaching people, like me dating and everything like that. I mean, like, what can she say? Yes, no, or ill?
Yes, no, or yeah.
And take the chance. I take the risk.
I did. Listen all the time, man.
But then a lot of people was just like the lose the chance and stuff for that. And I feel like the lose the chance thing even can look at the market. You have the Bitcoin thing. You had the Tesla thing last year.
Right.
You know, all those type of things. Stuff. You're like, I want to, but I don't want to take the risk. And then now you're like, damn, if you put in Tesla stock, you laughing now. Be like,
Yeah.
I lost my chance.
Well, they say with the risk comes rewards, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Very valid. So once again, man, the choice is yours, folks.
The choice is yours.
I feel like we're all like some toy shit now or whatever. There's some Captain Planet. The power is yours. Yo, look at the camera. Yes, we did it. We're done it. Thank you again.
Thank
Rocking
you.
with us. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself and Smooth and I didn't stress you.
No stress. No stress.
But once again,
stress.
thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace and love.
Arrivederci.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.